Imagine this: you're scrolling through your feed late at night, feeling that familiar weight on your chest, the one that whispers, "Why does everything feel so hard?" Your dreams seem distant, your relationships strained, and your days blur into a cycle of unmet expectations. But what if I told you that hidden within the chaos of life are 70 simple yet profound lessons that could fix 93% of your problems? Lessons forged from real struggles, heartbreaks, and triumphs. Stick with me through this story, and by the end, you'll not only feel seen but empowered to change your world. If this resonates even a little, hit that like button right now. It helps spread these life-changing insights to others just like you. And if you're ready for more stories that heal and inspire, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. You won't regret it. Now, let's dive into the tale of Alex Rivera, an ordinary person whose extraordinary journey uncovers these 70 lessons, one raw emotion at a time. Alex Rivera was 28 when his world shattered. He had a steady job as a graphic designer in a bustling city firm, a cozy apartment overlooking a park, and a girlfriend named Mia who'd been his rock for 3 years. But on a rainy Tuesday evening, Mia sat him down in their living room, her eyes red from unshed tears, and said the words that would haunt him: "I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore." She packed her bags that night, leaving behind a half-empty closet and a silence that echoed louder than any argument ever could. Alex stared at the door long after it closed, feeling like his heart had been ripped out and stomped on. Lesson 1 hit him hard that night: pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. He could wallow, or he could choose to learn from it. The days that followed were a blur of takeout boxes and sleepless nights. Alex called in sick to work, ignoring the concerned texts from his boss. He scrolled through old photos of him and Mia, replaying every moment where he might have gone wrong. Why hadn't he noticed her growing distant? Why had he prioritized late-night deadlines over date nights? In his despair, he stumbled upon an old journal his grandfather had given him years ago, filled with scribbled wisdom from a man who'd survived wars, losses, and rebuilds. Flipping through its yellowed pages, Alex read, "Accept what you can't change, change what you can, and know the difference." That was lesson 2. It sparked something in him, a tiny flicker of resolve. He dragged himself out of bed, showered for the first time in days, and decided to face the world again. Back at work, Alex threw himself into projects, but his creativity felt stifled. His designs were lackluster, and his team noticed. During a team meeting, his colleague Sarah pulled him aside. "Hey, you okay? You seem off." Alex opened up a bit, and Sarah shared her own story of a brutal breakup that had led her to therapy. "It's okay to ask for help," she said. Lesson 3, vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the bridge to connection. Inspired, Alex booked his first therapy session. There, in a quiet office with a therapist named Dr. Elena, he unpacked years of bottled-up emotions. Dr. Elena taught him lesson 4, your past doesn't define you. It's just a chapter, not the whole book. As weeks turned into months, Alex began rebuilding. He joined a local gym, not for vanity, but to reclaim his body from the slump of grief. Sweating through workouts, he learned lesson 5, discipline beats motivation every time, show up even when you don't feel like it. One day, he met Jordan, a fellow gymgoer with an infectious laugh and stories of his own failures. Jordan had lost his job during the pandemic and reinvented himself as a freelance writer. "Failure isn't the end," Jordan said over protein shakes. "It's feedback." Lesson 6 sunk in deep. But life wasn't done testing Alex. His firm announced layoffs, and he was one of the casualties. Panic set in. How would he pay rent? Lesson 7, money problems are temporary, mindset shifts are permanent. He updated his resume, networked on LinkedIn, and took freelance gigs. It was humbling, designing logos for small businesses at half his old rate, but it taught him lesson 8, gratitude turns what we have into enough. He started a daily journal, listing 3 things he was thankful for, even on tough days. Amid the job hunt, Alex reconnected with old friends. At a backyard barbecue, he confided in his best friend, Liam, about his fears. Liam, who'd battled addiction in his 20s, shared, "Rock bottom is a solid foundation to build on." Lesson 9. That conversation led Alex to volunteer at a local shelter, where he met people facing far greater hardships. Holding a conversation with a homeless veteran named Tom, Alex learned Lesson 10, empathy heals both the giver and receiver. Tom's tales of resilience inspired Alex to start a side project, a blog sharing life lessons from everyday people. The blog gained traction slowly. Alex poured his heart into it, weaving in his own stories. One post about forgiveness, after he ran into Mia at a coffee shop and chose to wish her well instead of harboring resentment, went viral. Lesson 11, holding grudges is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Readers commented, sharing their own breakthroughs, creating a community of shared healing. Yet, challenges persisted. Alex's mother fell ill, diagnosed with cancer. The news hit like a freight train. He moved back home temporarily to care for her, juggling freelance work with hospital visits. Watching her fight, he absorbed Lesson 12, strength isn't about not falling, it's about rising every time you do. His mother's quiet courage taught him Lesson 13, love is action, not just words. He cooked her favorite meals, read to her during chemo, and held her hand through the pain. During this time, Alex met Elena again, not as therapist and patient, but as friends at a support group. Wait, no, Dr. Elena was professional, but he met a woman named Sophia at the hospital cafe. Sophia was visiting her aunt, and their shared exhaustion led to deep talks. Life's too short for what-ifs, she said. Lesson 14, regret is heavier than risk. They started dating tentatively, building something real amid the uncertainty. As his mother's health improved, remission, a miracle, Alex reflected on Lesson 15, miracles happen when preparation meets opportunity. He'd researched treatments, advocated for her, and it paid off. Returning to the city, he landed a better job at a creative agency, one that valued work-life balance. Lesson 16, rejection is redirection to something better. The blog evolved into a podcast, where Alex interviewed guests on life lessons. One episode featured Jordan, who spoke on Lesson 17, comparison is the thief of joy. Listeners loved it, and subscriptions grew. Alex motivated his audience, if these stories move you, like this video and subscribe, let's build a community that lifts each other up. But success brought envy. A rival blogger accused Alex of plagiarizing ideas. The online backlash stung. Lesson 18, not everyone will like you, and that's okay. He responded with grace, crediting inspirations, turning negativity into growth. Lesson 19, integrity is doing the right thing when no one's watching. Personal growth deepened with Sophia. Their relationship faced tests, like when Alex's old insecurities resurfaced during an argument. Communication is key, Sophia said. Lesson 20, listen to understand, not to reply. They worked through it, emerging stronger. Lesson 21, healthy relationships require effort from both sides. Alex's father, estranged for years, reached out. A heart attack had prompted reflection. Reconciling was emotional, tears, apologies, forgiveness. Lesson 22. Family bonds can mend if you're willing. It healed old wounds Alex didn't know still ached. Expanding the podcast, Alex traveled for interviews. In a small town, he met an elderly woman, Mrs. Hargrove, who'd lost her husband young and raised 4 kids alone. Persistence pays, she said. Lesson 23, quitting is the only true failure. Her story inspired a series on resilience. Back home, financial stress eased as the podcast monetized. Lesson 24, wealth is built by habits, not luck. Alex invested wisely, learning from books and mentors. A health scare, a panic attack mistaken for a heart issue, taught Lesson 25, mental health is as vital as physical. He incorporated meditation, finding peace in stillness. Lesson 26, Mindfulness turns chaos into clarity. Sophia proposed a joint adventure, a road trip across the country. Along the way, they faced breakdowns, both mechanical and emotional. Lesson 27, Adventures reveal your true self. In the Grand Canyon, under stars, Alex proposed. Yes, she said, tears flowing. Lesson 28, Love finds you when you're ready, not when you're searching. Their wedding was simple, surrounded by loved ones. Vows included promises to grow together. Lesson 29, Commitment is choosing each other daily. Post-wedding, Alex's platform exploded. A book deal came, 70 life lessons that will fix 93% of your problems. Writing it was cathartic, compiling stories from his journey. Chapter 1, Self-Awareness. Lesson 30, Know thyself to grow thyself. Alex detailed his therapy breakthroughs. Chapter 2, Relationships. Lesson 31, Boundaries protect your peace. From Mia to Sophia, he shared evolutions. Chapter 3, Career. Lesson 32, Passion fuels purpose. His shift from designer to storyteller exemplified it. As the book launched, reviews poured in. One reader wrote, "This fixed my outlook." Alex replied personally, building loyalty. But fame brought isolation. Old friends felt distant. Lesson 33, True friends celebrate your wins. He nurtured those relationships. A controversy arose when a lesson on forgiveness was misinterpreted. Trolls attacked. Lesson 34, Opinions are like shadows, ever-changing and insignificant. Sophia announced pregnancy. Joy mixed with fear. Lesson 35, Parenthood teaches unconditional love. Prenatal classes prepared them, but nothing fully does. The baby's arrival, a girl named Lily, changed everything. Sleepless nights taught Lesson 36, Patience is a superpower. Balancing fatherhood and work, Alex learned Lesson 37, Time management is life management. He delegated podcast tasks. Lily's first steps coincided with the book's bestseller status. Lesson 38, Milestones remind us of progress. A family crisis, Sophia's aunt passed. Grief revisited. Lesson 39, Mourning honors the loved. They moved to a suburb for space. Lesson 40, Change is growth in disguise. Alex mentored young creators. Lesson 41, Giving back multiplies your blessings. A podcast guest, a survivor of abuse, shared Lesson 42, Healing isn't linear. Inspired, Alex advocated for mental health charities. Lesson 43, Purpose amplifies impact. Years passed. Lily grew, curious and kind. Lesson 44, Children mirror your values. Sophia's career flourished as an artist. Lesson 45, Support your partner's dreams. Alex hit a creative block. Lesson 46, Rest renews creativity. A sabbatical in nature taught Lesson 47, Solitude sparks insight. Returning, he revamped the platform. Lesson 48, Evolution keeps you relevant. Family vacations built memories. Lesson 49, Experiences over possessions. Lily's school struggles, bullying, prompted Lesson 50, Kindness combats cruelty. Alex guided her through it. His mother's cancer returned. This time, terminal. Lesson 51, Cherish every moment. In her final days, she whispered, I've lived fully. Lesson 52, Legacy is love left behind. After her passing, grief waves hit. Lesson 53, Time softens pain, but scars remind us. Sophia supported him. Lesson 54, Partnership weathers storms. Lily's resilience inspired. Lesson 55, Kids teach as much as we teach them. Alex wrote a sequel book, delving deeper. Chapter 4, Health. Lesson 56, Body and Mind are interconnected. Chapter 5, Finances. Lesson 57, Debt is a chain, freedom is earned. Chapter 6, Spirituality. Lesson 58, Faith provides anchor in turmoil. A global event, a pandemic redux, tested all. Lesson 59, Adaptability is survival. Isolated, they connected virtually. Lesson 60, Technology bridges gaps. Post-crisis, appreciation surged. Lesson 61, Trials reveal truths. Lily pursued passions. Lesson 62, Encourage independence. Alex reflected on aging. Lesson 63, Wisdom comes with wrinkles. Sophia's art show success. Lesson 64, Celebrate small wins. Family tradition solidified. Lesson 65, Rituals bind bonds. A near-miss accident. Lesson 66, Life's fragility demands presence. Mentoring expanded. Lesson 67, Knowledge shared is knowledge squared. Lily's graduation. Pride overflowed. Lesson 68, Success is collective. Empty nest loomed. Lesson 69, Seasons change, embrace them. Finally, Lesson 70, Life's problems are 93% solvable with perspective, action, and heart. As Alex sat on his porch, watching the sunset with Sophia, he felt profound peace. His journey, from heartbreak to fulfillment, proved it. Problems don't vanish, but with these lessons, they shrink. And you, dear viewer? You've journeyed with Alex. If his story touched you, like this video, it's your way of saying these lessons matter. Subscribe for more tales that transform. Remember, your story is unfolding. Apply these lessons, and watch 93% of your problems fade. You're capable, you're worthy, and your best chapter is ahead. Go write it.